They've won 8 in a row, and they're in good shape to extend that to 9 games in a row when they host the Indiana Pacers on Wednesday. And I think most importantly for Raptors fans, they're first in the Atlantic Division and second in the Eastern Conference, looking great. They're really exceeding expectations so far this season. RJ Barrett sprained his right knee on Sunday night in a game against the Brooklyn Nets. He landed awkwardly after a slam dunk in the third quarter. Right now, he's day to day. He's a key part. He's sort of their Swiss Army knife. He can do everything. So next up is the Indiana Pacers, who were in the NBA Finals last season, but unfortunately in the final game of the NBA Finals, Tyrese Halliburton, their best player, injured himself. He blew out his Achilles tendon. And as a result, they're the second worst team in the Eastern Conference this season. They're really struggling. The Raptors this season are significantly better, even though they have a pretty similar roster to last year's lineup for a few reasons. First of all, they do have Brandon Ingram, who has become the team's leading scorer. He's playing unselfishly. He's sort of been surprisingly good on defense. Until RJ Barrett's injury, they were a very healthy team, which is also really helpful. Last year and the season before that, they were plagued by injury. So to have everybody pretty healthy has been very helpful. And then the third benefit, the third thing that's going right for them this season is the Toronto Raptors are in the Eastern Conference, which is not as strong a conference as the Western Conference. And a lot of the teams that would normally be contenders are struggling with injury. We already mentioned the Indiana Pacers lost Tyrese Halliburton, but also the Boston Celtics. Another typical contender, they're out without Jason Tatum. The Cleveland Cavaliers have also struggled. Those are the top 3 teams in the Eastern Conference last season. They're not at the top this season, although Cleveland is at least in a playoff position early on in the season. So that's all added up and made it sort of easier for the Toronto Raptors to get some wins early on in the season.